How's it going, everyone? VenomousStare here, back with more TLO. I mean, I can't get enough of this guy. He's German, plays for Team Liquid, he's creative, he's Zerg, he macros well. Wow, what more could you ask for? And he's generous with replays. What an incredible human. He's facing GunGFuBanda, whose name is kind of like one big joke off of Kung Fu Panda, which is how I've always thought of it. I have no idea if that's true within his mind, but that's how I always think of him. And he's going to scout early and open gateway, so I would expect a fast expand from GunGFuBanda considering the placement of this gate. Notice how whenever TLO saw GunGFuBanda's block, he just took the third. He didn't care. He says, okay, I'll just take my third. And GunGFuBanda doesn't know. He thinks he's being Billy Badass and blocking this hatch. He's like, oh, it's TLO. Is he all-inning me? Does he have 2 gas? TLO? He's freaking out. This is the advantage of being a creative player, is you can play mind games with your opponent. So GunGFuBanda maybe at this point can deduce that TLO has expanded out here. And he's going to make a cyber core. Honestly, even if TLO was all-inning or expanding, his response would probably be the same. Same stuff, you know. Normal gas timing, cyber core, nothing would change. But if we look at his vision, he still doesn't see the third. 2 drones come out. Does he see this? No, he doesn't. So he still might not know about this third, guys. And I say third, it's the natural built at the third. I'm sure you're aware. A stalker is being chrono boosted out for GunGFuBanda, which is interesting. Usually this indicates that you want to deny scouting information. And we see a Twilight on the way from GunGFuBanda. So potentially some early Dark Templar. Or maybe he just wants to hunt overlords or pressure in some way, or go blink. It's hard to tell at the moment, but usually that earliness mixed with the chrono boost indicates denial of scouting. And it's interesting that he is so aggressive with it and goes out and finds overlords and pokes for them. I like this. But 2 lings get in the base, which is really bad. Excuse me, just awful. Wow, he should have had a probe there. And now TLO sees everything. The Twilight, the whole load. Dario knows what's up. And if we go to GunGFuBanda's vision, I really, really hope he doesn't think that he's that far ahead. For his sake. He kills this one overlord. So now TLO's supply blocked. And GunGFuBanda is getting resonating glaives and taking a third. So interesting stuff from our European Protoss, as this kind of looked like an all-in, and maybe it was, and he's just doing a different plan now that TLO completely scouted it. I mean, who knows? At this point, we're in so many levels deep of head games, it's hard to even predict what the players are thinking. I can tell you that TLO is going roaches, which, considering GunGFuBanda's 1 gate, 1 Twilight, and 3 Nexus, is going to be a bit of an issue. Both players are about even in workers. TLO has the slight base advantage, and GunGFuBanda, no vision, none. Remember, they removed the watchtowers in these maps that pretty much covered like the entire map, which I think it's a good thing. I think those watchtowers were too powerful, which is something you don't hear often. But I think Blizzard's maps recently have been great. They removed the garbage ones and put in Frost and King Sejong. I think recently Blizzard's done a bang-up job with the map pool. A spore in each, not in each base, excuse me, just at the third for TLO. But some pressure on the way, as well as roach speed from our German Zerg. And he's going to pressure GunGFuBanda right where it hurts. It is natural, where he doesn't have a plethora of pylons to overcharge. And TLO is going to force GunGFuBanda's hand. As soon as GunGFu wants to engage, TLO is going to get up in his grill and say, okay, you want to fight? Let's fight. And GunGFuBanda is going to run. He wants to stall. He's chronoing these two gates. He's chronoing this third as it opens. Good move. And he's going to put in this overcharge. Good move by GunGFuBanda not to panic like an idiot and just light up multiple, because then TLO would have just done this. TLO's trying to get a full army surround. He has to be careful of the overcharge, which just dissipated. Another one goes up. So GunGFuBanda, nice overcharges to keep himself in the game, but he needs to fall back. He can't overextend. And no Robo, so no Immortals are coming, no Warp Prism on the map. GunGFuBanda just has these gateway units. Doesn't really have the gas to make sentries and make TLO commit. So another overcharge comes down, but TLO can poke and prod with impunity. This is a Zerg's dream. When Protoss doesn't make any sentries, you just really don't have to worry about a whole lot, to be honest. It just makes your life so much easier. TLO has just continued to macro very well and produce Roaches and just rush across the short rush distance. GunGFuBanda is officially out of overcharge energy, so TLO has started to commit like a guy with the ring, and now he's going to push onto the third base of GunGFuBanda and eviscerate his army, and GunGFuBanda is going to leave without GG. So the no GG, maybe he's not actually that mad. Maybe he's upset that the game was so weird. He let the Ling in his base that scouted the Twilight. I think that was fast DT. That's just my hunch. And I think that he honestly thought the third didn't exist. I don't know. It's hard to get into a pro gamer's head. But we know that TLO won. We know that he's very good, and we know that you should follow him on Twitter and watch his stream. Description. Also subscribe to this channel for more TLO.